And racing towards the first, Elaine Tully, man-to-man right up there on the outside. Pondering is also one of the early leaders, and Carouge also. Pondering, Carouge, man-to-man, those three landed over the first, disputing it with Danoli right up there with them as well in fourth. Danoli fourth, and just in behind them is Cocardi Affair as they come to the next. Carouge and Pondering. Carouge, Pondering. Then just in behind them, man-to-man, Danoli, as they begin to swing left-handed. And now Book of Music is going on. Book of Music heads them now from Pondering and Elaine Tully, Danoli, and just in behind them, Bay Mischief going up on the outside of Book of Music. Also prominent at the moment is Divine Chance. Got a left-hand swing now, making towards the next flight. Pondering, Bay Mischief, and Book of Music. These are the three leaders as they come down to it. Book of Music over on the far side. Bay Mischief in the center. Divine Chance. Carouge over on the far side. Morcelli. That's the third. Bay Mischief and Book of Music. Morcelli's right up there with the lead too, and so's Rivolossi. Just in behind them, Pondering, and towards the outside, Charlie Swan on Danoli in about seventh at the moment as they raced on towards the next flight with Morcelli and Jimmy Moffat, who's never been beaten on this horse, with the advantage. From Book of Music over on the far side, and then Carouge and Rivolossi, and behind them Bay Mischief and Divine Chance and Man-to-Man and Danoli. And they've got a left-hand swing now, and it's Morcelli and Book of Music disputing it from Carouge. Then comes Bay Mischief and Rivolossi and Elaine Tully. Danoli on the outside, man-to-man comes next, then Pondering. Just in behind Pondering is Brief Gale, then Divine Chance, and then Cocardi Affair, and then Hawaiian Youth. Top Spin is one of the back markers, and getting reminders from Adrian Maguire at the moment too. Also in rear is Spring Marathon as they run downhill, and it's Morcelli the leader now from Book of Music. Then on the inside, Carouge. Rivolossi towards the outer. Bay Mischief also over the fifth. Danoli jumped up there on the outside. And it's still the grey. Morcelli from Book of Music, Rivolossi, Danoli moving up under Charlie Swan towards the outside. On the inside, Carouge going the shortest way. Brief Gale is only just in behind the lead as they come towards this next flight, the sixth. Morcelli. Morcelli lands in the lead. Beginning a left-hand swing now, and still Morcelli. Danoli going up towards the outside into second now. What a Question also on the outside for Ireland in contention as they come towards the next flight. This is four from home, Danoli and Morcelli. These two from What a Question. Just in behind them, Book of Music. Danoli hit the front at that flight. And it's Danoli from What a Question. There's a great roar from the crowd as the course commentator announced Danoli having hit the front. What a Question is in second. Brief Gale is moving sweetly in third. Morcelli is losing ground fast. Elaine Tully's beginning to get there, and not far off the pace is Man-to-Man. But it's Danoli on the inside. Danoli the leader. From What a Question on the far side, Brief Gale just in behind him, travelling well. Danoli landed in the lead there. Doran's Pride is beginning to get into the argument too, but it's Danoli under Charlie Swan, the leader from Doran's Pride and What a Question and Brief Gale as they come down to the second last flight. Danoli is going to land just in the lead. Danoli from Doran's Pride on the outside. Then comes What a Question, then Brief Gale, and then Carouge. Rounding the home turn with one flight left to jump in the Sun Alliance Novices Hurdle. And it's Danoli on the far side being challenged all the time by Doran's Pride and Carouge coming there on the stand side. Danoli lands in the lead. Doran's Pride's a faller. It's Danoli on the far side, Carouge on the near side. Danoli from Carouge as they race up towards the line. Danoli being challenged all the time. and running on strongly, Spring Marathon, and behind them came What a Question. And so Tom Foley's dream has been realized, and the banker of the meeting, Danoli, has won the Sun Alliance Novices Chase. The result: first, number 5, Danoli, owned by Mr. Dan O'Neill, trained by Tom Foley and ridden by Charlie Swan. Second, number 4, Carouge, owned by Mr. Michael Gates, trained by Nigel Twiston Davis and ridden by Carl Llewellyn. And third, number 20, Brief Gale, owned by Miss Carrie Zutter, trained by Josh Gifford and ridden by Declan Murphy. And fourth, Cocardi Affair. And this is the winner, Danoli by the Parson out of Blaze Gold by Arizona Duke, who has realized the dream of 47-year-old trainer Tom Foley on his first ever visit to Cheltenham.
He certainly won't be feeling sick now. Of course, Tom Foley in his first visit here, he didn't like flying over, but they come down the hill. There's a stack of them in contention. We can see on the very left of the picture is Carouge, who eventually finished second. There is the faller, Mrs. Clark's man-to-man, Adam Contract getting a kick there. But Carouge, now back in fourth place, had to be switched around from the inner to the outer. Let's go back to the leader, where it is Danoli, who is just being niggled along by Charlie Swan here, and it's Doran's Pride who's challenging and falls at the last. Carouge challenging on the outside, the mare Brief Gale back in fourth. Look how Doran's Pride now just stretches there and crumples on landing. Here at this stage, Skew, you thought you were going to lift it again.
Yes, Carouge looked just to get to the winner, but he galloped all the way up the hill there, and a great performance. Always been in the driving seat. Charlie Swan kept him out, away from the other horses, and a great feeling for Charlie to gallop all the way up the hill on Danoli. Just notice Charlie rides with the ball of his foot in his irons. A lot of jockeys put the whole of their feet in the irons in case things go wrong, and there he is, an absolutely delighted Charlie Swan waving to the crowd.
And just correct that, the faller was 19 to the woods, Nigel Twiston, any minute now.
Well, Charlie Swan said that this was the best prospect he had going to the festival. And how right he's proved. You seldom hear receptions like this at Cheltenham. The official distances, 2 lengths and 5 lengths. And this the horse who's not just redeemed Irish finances, but he's restored Irish pride after some savage reverses on the course and in the ring yesterday. This